Vanakkam, Namaste, Sitaram, and welcome to this particular video where we are going to look at the glories or the greatness of the Rudrak bead or the Rudrak mala in this particular aspect. And I'm actually compiling aspects from the Srimad Devi Bhagavatam, which is, we're going to book 11 and we're into chapter 4, and we are taking aspects from the Srimad Devi Bhagavatam in the various Vara Samhita, and we are looking at chapter 25, which says glory of the Rudraks. And in this particular aspect, we would see, in actually taken from the Srimad Devi Bhagavatam, Lord Narad Muni is asking Lord Hari about the greatness of Rudra bead. There it is, Lord Hari is telling Narad Muni that once Kartikeya had asked Mahadev the same question. And there it is, Mahadev is regaling to Kartikeya that once a demon named Tripura, right, had come about, and he was more or less, he had to bring forth the great weapon, Agora. And in doing so, he meditated, he stayed awake for one divine year, contemplating on the aspects of war where Agora would be involved in, seeing that he was his great weapon that was little unhinged and very, very powerful. And for that 1 year, that 1,000 year, Mahadev stayed awake, and his eyes were affected by that. And out of that, teardrops came from his eyes. So from his eyes, we got different variations of Rudrabhima that was created. Right? There are different aspects of Rudrabhi that was created. Right? So there were actually 38 varieties in total. So from his right eye came 12 yellow colored Rudra seeds. From his left eye came 16 varieties, and from his third eye came 10. Right? Came 10 came 10. So we see from there, and these seeds were given to these seeds. Now, as I said, I'm going back and forth from the Sri Puran and the Srimad Devi Bhagavatam, and they were given to sages to be planted in different places, Varanasi, Ayodhya, and other places, where these trees would be sprung, and they would more or less be kept. They would be maintained, and the Rudra would more or less be harnessed. The Rudra beads would be harnessed. And out of that came different varieties of Rudras. Also, the Rudra beads were in different varieties, having different amount of faces. A single face, a two face, a three face, a five face, going straight up to 28, 25 and change. About 25, I think it's 25, 26 up there is the most. And each one has a significance. To own a particular one, be it a full mala or just the seed alone, to have that in particular has very much a lot of auspiciousness for removal of sins, doshas, ailments, and anything that may hinder one in particular. Different types of sin, a lot of different types of sin that can be eliminated, and a lot of blessings can be more or less cultivated. Now, with these different faces of Rudraseed, or the different mukhis with different mukhi faces of the Rudraseed, there are beach mantras that goes with them. There are different sadhanas that one can do if one has one. I would advise, please, if you do own the different types, if it's one in particular, a 7 face, 8 face, 9 face, whatever one you own, please seek your guru, your pandita, and so forth, your spiritual leader, to advise you how to go about awakening the Rudra, that Rudra bead, how to maintain it, and so forth, by praying, devotion, arati, abhishekam, whatever it is you have to do, whatever it is I recommend. Now, in the Srimad Devi Bhagavatam and the Mahashri Puran that I own, the copies that I own, does have the bead mantras, the bead mantras, and so forth. But as you know, I do not give out these things for anybody to use them just so. I would advise them, please go seek your spiritual leader. I give respect to whoever teacher you're under, so you seek them for that particular guidance. right? They would be able to advise you appropriately, correctly, how to go about to awaken and maintaining these different mukis in Rudra beads, or the different faces, Rudra beads, and so forth. It is stated that by wearing different numerations on your head, tied as an ajata, your neck, and so forth, there are different blessings one can get also. One in particular I would give you, and this is the ending of chapter 4 in particular. This is actually from chapter 4. The ending, and it says, if anyone wears a rudra of 108 seeds, he gets every moment of the fruit of performing the Ashma Veda sacrifices, and uplifts 21 generations 21 generations, and finally he resides in Shivalok. 21 generations. We're talking about 21 generations. Some will say 22, but the Srimad Devi Bhagavatam says 21, and we're looking at 21 generations, and we're looking at that aspect of 7 before, 21 before, 21 behind you, and 21 in front of you in that aspect. Same way like when in the, and yes, you're right, when you're doing the Shrad, when you're doing Shrad and so forth, there it is said that when you're doing the Riyandhyastri, there it is, you liberate and you appease the ancestors, the Pitris, 7 generations in front of you and 7 generations behind you. So there it is, the ancestors, the Pitris, or those the generations that come in front of you, are more or less their path is cleared by what you are doing. And for those who have been blocked in any form of way and have not been liberated or gone through that aspect of transition, their path is cleared, so they are allowed to more or less transition and go with anything. Because if they haven't transitioned, we learn in this aspect of Shrad and more or less Pitri Dosh. If they have not transitioned, as in your Pitris, your ancestors have not, there it is. It is difficult for you sometimes. Sometimes it falls upon your generation that you are living in, that there are different hiccups, different red flags, and whether that needs to be fixed by performing Shrad. So it says if one wears a Rudra bead mala, and this goes without saying, as an aspect of wearing that 108 that everybody commonly knows about, and we go in the Buddha Sutta by. But it has to be one that is more or less sanctified. It is one that is more or less blessed and mounted by appropriate and educated Pandit, Pandita, spiritual leader, Brahmacharya, whoever that you're under, and that you are using it appropriate also by doing Japam, right? I know things might say by just wearing it, yes, some aspects might be of that, but read between the lines up to that point too. Not because you have something, it's going to work as it is. If you have a key to a car, that doesn't mean the car is going to work just so. You need to put the key in the ignition and turn, which means if you have a Rudra bead mala, you need to be able to use it. You have to fast and don't eat meat and these different things, and be able to use your mala for doing japam and so forth, so that you can gain the benefits of it. Right? So this has been the greatness of the more or less the ridging and the greatness of the Rudra bead, and we see how the different variations, the different colors has come about by the aspect of Mahadevais. There are different aspects, different mukis, different faces to each one. Some are round, some are flat, and each one has a beach mantra for every single one that one can use to utilize to more or less and harness the greatness of each particular seed. Palace if you had a whole mala in that particular way. But also you have to seek that of your guru to be able to do that. So I hope this particular video has been educational to you in the aspect of the greatness of the Rudra bead and that aspect of the mala itself. Alright, please join me for the other video that is upcoming. Vanakam, Namaste, Sitaram.